Oh, our beloved community, where we celebrate lives in great unity, our rejection of small hate and big bigotry, where we do away with lines for God's symmetry. A king believed that unarmed truth and unconditional love would have the final word in reality. Let's end the long night of our captivity of the mind, because only 56 years ago, there was a time where folk had to be set ablaze to put out the flames of withering injustice, where people had to be locked up behind jail cells to break free of the manacles of segregation, where people marched to rid the nation of the chains of discrimination. But we call ourselves free. Is it the truth or still a prophecy? Is it the hope of a democracy? Is it only an honorable philosophy? I have a few questions. You see, if the Israelites were led out of captivity to roam a desert, were they really free? If Joshua led them over the river and into the promised land, did it cost something? When Harriet Tubman crept through the mud and thistle to grant new liberty as the Underground Railroad's train whistled, were the slaves who followed the North Star really unbound? Is the bloody tapestry of our nation's violent history really unwound? What does it cost to hear the resounding sound of the bell ring? Who really knows why the caged bird sings? What does it mean to fight with every fiber of your being? When Ruby Bridges at 5 years old became the beacon of desegregation, was the emotional trauma a pang or a sting? What do they hear when they listen to music about cash and bling? Does it remind them that Black people pricked brown fingers against white cotton? Does it seem like we're still hungry to have ownership of something? Oh, beloved community. Freedom sounds good after 56 years of progress. But let us not digress or be overwhelmingly impressed by the fact that I can sit anywhere I'd like to on a bus without creating a fuss. Let's take a moment to examine the alignment of our hearts and minds. Let's consider how in this time what we believe freedom actually is. This morning, I leaned into the voice of God to ask him about his thoughts. He told me, "Child, let me remind you of the cost, but I can assure you that no love will be lost." Freedom says, "I love you without qualification. I believe the best in you. I would wash your feet, tie your shoes. I am a mother that nurtures you to life. I am a friend that has sacrificed everything. I am a father that champions protecting you with rock and sling against the weapons of your enemy. I am a brother that may not understand, but I choose you anyways. I am a sister that lets go of your fragile basket at the riverbank." Freedom says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Freedom says there will come a time where your faith has to be bigger than the things you fear, that love has to be greater than the things you hold dear, that what matters to you must matter to me. Come, share it in my ear. Can you hear that? It's the sound of a train. Can you hear it? It's the sound of my pain. Listen close. You can almost taste the pattern of the rain, the lies lost and the truth gained. Can you hear it? Lean in. It may be faint, but it's here. Open your eyes and let love draw near. It's the rhythm, the syncopation. It's the sound of a king. It's a father's heart cry. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Thank you.